Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Nesties. It's Netta from Netta's Nest, Florida, Zone 10A. Just got off Miss T's chat, and she was just like, everybody was talking about, going live, what they're going to do when they go live, what to say, what to talk about. Can you keep a conversation? Can't stop. Was talking about when he says too many ons, he just kind of stopped. So I was like, okay, I kind of got something I want to talk about, but I wasn't quite sure. So just hear me out. I know we talk a lot about, well, in the garden community, we talk about the food, how the food is processed, how we're concerned about the foods, and what to say about the food. But this morning, when I was packing, I went to go look for some containers outside, and I had moved my containers outside. And I want to show everybody something that I found, and wonder if anybody has any concerns about it. I'm concerned about it, and how concerned about you about preservatives on your foods. And they say the preservatives are healthy. Nobody's, there's been nobody's dead or has been hurt from any of that. Hey, Miss Cake, how are you? I'm gonna try to talk about preservatives because something that I found this morning in one of my old lunch boxes. And we try to eat as healthy as possible. We try to be very mindful of the foods that we eat. And even as far as vegetables. And I was doing a little bit of research, and it just took me down a rabbit hole about this and that. I don't even know if this is even safe to touch. So I went through my husband's lunchbox, which he hadn't used his lunchbox in months. And I found an apple in there. You see this apple? I can guarantee you this apple has been in his lunchbox since November. Because I think that's when I put that case out there. Why is this apple so well preserved? Has not rotted. There's no mold. I'm like really tripping. I'm like, okay, I got something to talk about on a live today. You see this? Let me get close. There's one little spot on it. That's that. But look how well preserved this apple has been. A whole month, since probably November. This apple definitely is from last year. Because we haven't used his lunchbox in months. I just been packing it just in the bag and throwing it in his bag. So, oh, that's the bottom of it right there, the core. I didn't cut it. They put like shiny gloss on the fruit to make them look fresh and so. Yeah, I was reading about that. They have this stuff that's called food grade shellac that come from some secretions of some lac bug or vat bug or something. They have all kind of, so that sent me down a whole different bunny trail this morning researching about this shellac, because the only shellac I knew about is the shellac we put on our nails, which I don't do anymore. And so and they claim there's a natural shininess that's on apples, and this apple is still, look at me press this apple. This apple's still hard. I want to know, what are we eating? What are we truly eating? It's an apple. It's supposed to be good for you. Good for your gut health. Good for cardiac health. So yes, the insides are good for us, but what about what they're putting on it? And it's a question we ask ourselves. Let me grab another apple. And I just bought these the other day. And I think this is that cosmic apple. I love those cosmic apples. But now I'm so suspect. I don't want to be eating bug secretions and shellac and I don't know. That's why it's important to grow your own food. We never know. I know. And not even just that. So when I went down that bunny trail about the shellac, Miss K, they start talking about the food grade shellac. And so my next question was, can we outrun bioengineered stuff? We can't. Can we really outrun it? Because even though we're going to eat food and grow our own food and we know what's in it, what was scary is the medicines. As simple as a pill, the coating on the pill. I never stopped to think about what that coating on a pill was. Some of us have to take medicine, cardiac medicines, diabetes, heart disease, all kind of stuff. We got to take medicines, but even just the coating on the medicines comes from this. They can use this food grade shellac that they put on medicines, and I read that they put it on. It's to make stuff shiny and makeups, and I was just blown away. I'm still blown away. It's scary to go to the grocery store. And so then that brings me to this. All this stuff that we use for our own compost when we bring out the house, that we make compost with, because I was also reading about the Food and Drug Organization. If somebody has something that's called the Dirty Dozen. Hey, Miss Wanda, just talking about, I'm talking about this apple. This apple, we found this apple in one of the lunch boxes that we haven't used since probably December or November. And this apple is completely intact, has some nastiness down there. I'm just tripping how intact this apple is, and concerned about what are we eating and can we run from it? No, we can't run from it, but sure, because we breathe the air meds that we are feeding. Exactly. And this is a newer apple. I'm scared to even eat this one. But this apple is definitely January, February, March. So considering how much time it was when they picked it, they put it on to package it, put it on the shelf in the store for us to buy it, and then how long it's been in my house just sitting in here. Baby, they got me blown about food. So yeah, you're right. Pesticides, yes, pesticides, herbicides. Oh my God. Good thing that our bodies are, what's the word? We're resilient, and what's the right word I want to use? We evolve. And unfortunately, we are evolving, that our bodies are becoming more tolerant of these pesticides and herbicides, and we have to. But the downsides to that is illness. Illness. I'm blowed. I'm blowed. We are, I tell my husband all the time, I show him this apple. I said, we're paying them to make us sick. We're paying them to make us sick, and then we turn around and have to pay for our own health care. But that's what I wanted to go live today about, because I was just tripping about this apple. And I didn't show you this, Wanda. Look at this apple. You can barely put an indentation in this apple. It's still hard. Y'all heard that? They say it's not. I was reading that you shouldn't eat apples past the shelf life about 3 to 4 months, because there's a gas that they use to infuse it for the to preserve them, and some alcohol. I don't know, some chemistry stuff that can cause you to have nausea. So don't eat outdated apples. But they never really last that long in your house, so we don't really eat old apples. And then once my apples start getting goofy, crazy, I cut them up and put them in the freezer so that the kids can put them in smoothies or put them in anything else. So I don't know. Hey, who's ever out there just listening and peeking, I appreciate you. But I'm just talking about, this is my talk today. And this apple of the day will not keep the doctor away. This apple of the day is scary in every which way. And this apple has been hanging out with us for a while. I'm going to hold on to it and show my kids and let them know that they need to get their act together with their diet. Because my kids are all now teenagers. And you know, teenagers, we eat all kind of crazy stuff. We stay at the fast food restaurant eating stuff we ain't got no business eating. So, does everybody, Miss Wanda, I saw you got a hydroponic stuff. Have you got it put together? Are you going to start doing some inside growing? How's that going for you? I'm trying to put some dishes away while I'm running my mouth. I think I better wash my hands. Who knows what's on the apple? I'm right here, y'all. I'm just washing my hands because I'm going to try to put some dishes away. Need to do it today. Are you going to tape it so that we can see what's going on? Or you think you're going to go live while you're doing it? I would be curious to how that's going to work out for you. Put this back in this bag. I thought about hydroponics, but I was just kind of intimidated by it. I don't know. I was intimidated by it. I don't like doing a whole lot of reading and concentrating and all that stuff. So let me know if it's easy. But I prefer you to video it so I can watch you, so I can make my decision if I want to get involved in it. I didn't plan to do it live. Will be interesting. I definitely would be curious. I see quite a few people in the gardening community here on YouTube. They do those the hydro. I'm probably saying it wrong. Hydroponics. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Gardening, but I haven't tried it. I've just been doing. I've been out the door. Anybody else out there doing the hydroponics gardening? I like those grow towers. Hydroponics. Oh, thank you. I think hydroponics. Okay. My bad. Did you get it off Amazon, or was it expensive, or am I asking too much and you just gonna tape it and then we'll find out all the information then? Is Miss K still out there? No. Oh, Amazon. Okay. With the coupon, it was about. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. What you think you're gonna grow in it? Does it grow? Will it grow like? I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm gonna wait for you to video it, and then I'll ask all those questions. Cause then, I'm gonna revert everything to you. Normally, it's around $50. Oh, okay. I see some people were getting them and using them. Carrots, lettuce, and beans. Looking forward to. Hi, how are you? Morning. Looking forward toward. Oh, I've never seen. Thank you for coming. Miss Looking Forward, I appreciate you. Are you in the gardening community or? Get the answer. Or you just. How'd you come across me, this nut here, talking about these crazy apples? This was my topic today. I wanted to go live and talk about this crazy apple that's been in my in a lunchbox for several months. So my question was, what are they feeding us? And I wonder how our bodies are processing all this stuff. They claim all the preservatives don't do anything. Nobody's dropped dead from preservative, but we also know how larger the H&B medication aisles are getting bigger, and we also know that people are getting sicker and sicker, and we can't seem to pin down what's necessarily making us sick. So I'm trying to figure out how this apple stayed so well preserved for months and what's on it. That's my big question today. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Oh, I am. Oh, you are in the gardening community. You have an outdoor garden, or do you do hydroponics? Hello, Miss Cricket Peach. I'm new to your channel also. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Um, I follow you. I'm on an IG page and I watch you. Um, Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, Miss Miss Looking Forward. I'm so thank. So no, you're not late. This is all I'm talking about. This goofy apple that's been in the lunchbox for several months. So I was concerned. My question was, what are they feeding us and what are we eating? How did they preserve this apple to stay? I've seen an apple on a tree one time in Pennsylvania. Hello, Miss Kirkland. Yeah, you my girl. We're both foodies. I love food. I do hydroponics, raised bed, growing bags. Oh, me. Okay, I haven't done the hydroponics. Miss Wanda has one, and I'm looking forward to her doing that. And but I do, I have my all my nonsense outside. So, but well, thanks for hanging out and dropping by. And I tell I Miss Kirkland, I was on your channel. I said, "Oh, she my girl. She a foodie." You wouldn't believe how old apples. What you mean we wouldn't believe how old apples are from the store? Fill me in. I'm curious. You just caught my attention, Miss Peach. Cause this is some bull right here. This is one of my. I just bought this the other day. I found this. I'm just mad it hadn't broke down and what's on it and what we're eating. I didn't know that you won't believe 6 months or older are really. I'm misinformed. I am misinformed. I am misinformed. So should we be concerned? Of course we should be concerned. That's a dumb question. 6 months older than average. Wow. And then they serve them right up to us, all nice and shiny with the bee dong on it. Great. Wow. I don't know. I can't grow apples here and what am I 10A? I love apples. Do you so I need to find somebody who's willing to do some type of exchange. I do exchange with my mama. She up in Georgia, and I send her mangoes and she sent me pears. I want to say that we need to be concerned. We should all be aware that most of the fresh produce from the grocery store is not only old, it never made it right. Yeah, my mama say that all the time. I'm always so disgusted about it. About 15% of our nutrition. Oh wow, waxes. Yeah, I read about the waxes. I'm not impressed. That reading about the waxes sent me on a rabbit trail this morning. Good thing it was raining because I started reading it before I got up before my walk, and I went out for my walk about 7:50 this morning. By the time it was still raining, and I looked up at my clock from reading everything about these waxes, it was 9 o'clock. So that sent me on a wild goose chase. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to do a live about this nonsense here. Somebody got to let me know what in the HE double six, HE, yeah, I ain't no cuss today, is going on. Hey, Jay. What in the, hey, Janelle, what's going on? Hey, how's your, Janelle, look what in the hell I found in Kelvin's lunchbox. It's about 4 months old. It's an apple. And I was tripping because I'm like, what are they feeding us? Yeah, produce in the store are becoming like preserved fruits. Yeah, Miss Kirkland, you're gonna have to start growing yourself, especially since we're foodies. I love to eat. I'm no little girl. I love food. I love good food. Oh, still put it in the compost? Okay. When I stop talking about it, here go my compost bag. I keep them at the sink and I just drop stuff in there. I'll put it in there eventually. So yeah, welcome everybody. My Miss Kirkley, you can. Yeah, Janelle, that's my buddy. I'm in here ranting and raving about this apple and drying some dishes, and just thought I would come on here and say hello to everybody. And on top of that, I'm just so grateful that I got folks that's watching me that I had no idea that were watching me. You try to follow and keep up with some of everybody. It's not always that easy. Oh yeah, Wanda got all kind of stuff. Wanda is my YouTube buddy from the budgeting community, and she does Wanda budgets and beyond, and she does all kind of lives about her Jeep, and she she do her bubbles. I wish I knew how to put that on my on here when you put the. I tried to tell people to put Nesty in there, and people can drop their YouTube handle, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. I don't know if that's StreamYard or is it StreamYard? No. Nightbot. That's what it is, Nightbot. I don't know. I've been trying to get all that initiated, but uh, I'm not the most tax savvy person. My thing is I know how to take care of people, but I'm trying to be tax. Yeah, Nightbot. You don't have my. I have Nightbot on here, but I don't. I tried to get it going, but I'm not really sure. I was trying to Bayou Sugar did a little tutorial on how to get it going, but I didn't follow directions properly. You know, typical me trying to find a shortcut, and it didn't go right. Learning something new. I know. So sometimes I think if you can somebody let me see if I can type something in here. Live chat. I don't think I can type anything in here. No. I think the last time I tried to put if you put weather in there, it can come in there. And I think if you put exclamation point NESTYS, something should pop up. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to handle Nightbot one more time, and then I'll probably go from there. And I need to clean up today, and that's like the worst thing in the world. I hate cleaning up. I love a clean house, but I absolutely despise cleaning up. Is your stove is your stove a Frigidaire? I don't know. I have the slightest idea. It says it's a thin Q. I don't know what that means. Thin Q. Thin Q. Probate. I don't know. Oh, you know what? It's a LG. You think I would know? It's LG. Yeah. Say it down here. It says LG. I'm still trying to learn how to figure it out. Um, I like baking one cake that I know how to bake, which is a pound cake. But this stove don't bake like my old stove. I think it bakes. I'm gonna say it's human error. I'm not even gonna blame the stove. Other human error. All I know it took me forever to bake a cake the other day. It looks like mine. It looks exactly like mine. That's why I asked. I'm sorry. It's a stupid. No, it's not because I have one for you, Miss Peach. How do you clean your glass top? Because I'm catching hell cleaning my glass top. I've been using. I found some pink stuff, and then I got this pink stuff from the Dollar Tree to clean the glass on it. What do you use? to keep your glass clean, because I have a teenage son that think he's Chef Boyardee, and he have that stove so jacked up, and I catch the devil getting all those spots of it. Hey, Miss T, I was just talking about you. They say go live, so here I am talking about any everything. I just asked Miss Peach, is it working? The pink stuff. For the most part, it works, but I still have a ring on there that I can't get off. Getting used to the new appliances takes a while. Yeah, it does, but I'm more. I want to know how to keep it clean, because it's this ring over here, this ring down here, that I'm having a hard time getting up. And the other thing I don't like about it, if you just bump it, you barkeeper's friends, the liquid. Okay, I used that on my last stove, and I'll definitely get some more of that. I'll get some more of that. I'm gonna. I left my cabinet open. So that's that. So I used this, and I also had used. I'm a Dollar Tree shopper, so, and I'm learning not to be a labor whore. So I've been buying anything to see what works, because the most expensive stuff, not doing it. So I did try some Awesome. That got my floor clean, but now I'm obsessed with getting this oven, this stove clean, and I gotta clean the inside. What you cooking today, Miss? Oh, no, I haven't cooked yet. But I think what I'm gonna do, I'm trying to cook at least one meal a day from the garden. Yesterday I cooked the omelet from the garden, and the day before, what did I cook? Some mashed potatoes. I cooked my potatoes from the garden. Barkeeper's friend, and be careful of overspill. Oh, you. I'll pick some up today. I'll pick some up today. I'm gonna try to, cause I've been scrubbing the heck out of that stove. Label, label what? Is that to me, Miss Peach? I said I don't. I try not to be a label whore. I don't care what brand I use. Dollar Tree brand, name brand, off brand. Oh goodness, I'm sorry about that, Miss T. That it's cold. It was rainy here, but it's just cloudy. I'll show you what it looked like outside. I'm not staying out here. That's a cloudy day today. I'm waiting for the sun to come out, because I like sitting in the sun. It's 30. Oh, Jesus. 36 degrees. Y'all got me clutching my invisible pearls. I wouldn't even just know how to function. I got heart palpitations just from thinking about it being that cold. Being that cold. Oh, but Miss T, I gotta show you. This what brought me in here. This apple. I found this apple. There go Nightbot. Who did that? Stop spamming. What the hell? Yes, Miss Kirkland. It's so cold. Cricket Beach. Oh, okay. Nightbot don't like several smiley faces. I thought I got rid of that, but I guess I have no control over that. I think I remember Miss Wanda saying with Nightbot you can only have three emojis at a time, or something happens. And I guess the Nightbot doesn't like more than three emojis, and a Nightbot doesn't like all caps, and it gives you a warning. What is Nightbot? I can't explain it. Miss T can probably explain what Nightbot is, and buy you sugar, and can explain that. I don't know what that means, y'all. It's I'm sorry, I can't explain. Miss T, What Nightbot is like a electronic moderator. Oh. And so you kind of put it on there where you don't have like regular moderators, and I don't because I don't go on, but I was jumping on the bandwagon of Nightbot, and you have to invite it in, and it kind of moderates things. But one of those things that it doesn't care for is all capital letters because it'll say you're spamming, and it doesn't care for more than 3 emojis at a time. But I don't worry about it. I didn't even know it was there. I thought it was gone. So, and I forgot the codes you can put in there. Um, I forgot the codes. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not brand new to YouTube streets, but I'm brand new to some of the devices that they have. And I still feel like it's all new to me. So don't worry about it. It just give you I don't think it can kick you out at all, but it'll just tell you. It kind of tells you to behave. I guess if I was like big, like some of the big YouTubers who do a lot of content creating, you kind of need like Nightbot, and you kind of need like other actual human moderators to keep an eye on people from doing, jacked up stuff on your page and booting them when they need to boot. But don't worry about it. If anybody I'll boot, it'll be Nightbot. Every time I see that, Janelle, I love you too, sweetie. How are you? I need some eggs. Oh, I'm just laughing. I'm laughing. But I thank everybody. Oh my goodness. I got 9 folks that came over here to listen to me ramble on about this doggone apple and the preservatives and what we're eating. Oh, same spot? Can I get to the next one? All right. Crooked Peach. Thanks. Oh, okay. I need some apples, Janelle. You see this apple? Yeah, this apple has been. So Crooked Peach, she was just letting me know that sometimes apples sit on the shelf for months before they even get to the grocery store, which is just disgusting to me. But this apple was sitting in my husband's lunchbox for about 3 months, and I just found it. And so that just led me to wonder, what's going on with the food? What are we eating? But I'm just more amazed at how well preserved this bad boy is. And look at this. How a 3-month old apple still gonna be, you can still knuckle up with it. But that's why I was doing the live, because I wanted to talk about that and get some insight to see what was going on. So yeah, so Miss Kirkland, we got to be careful because out there in the food streets and see what's going on. It was 10 at one point. I don't know. I done got confused. Yeah, I don't. Oh, some folks probably left. Probably, well, people coming and going. I've learned a term that some folks are in the bushes. And so they just kind of listen at the sideline. Hello, Miss Fresh. I should say it is Miss Fresh. Fresh and Fire. Hi. Hopefully I'll see you. What am I cooking today? I have some tomatoes in the freezer from last season. I'm going to cook them down with some garlic and some oil, and I'm going to pull out some eggplant and try to come up with something. It is gross. It grows the tomatoes. The chemical trails affect the veggies. Yeah, they do. They do. But at least I know that my tomatoes that I'm going to drag out my refrigerator, they grew out there in my yard. I have some garlic here, and I'm going to use some oil. So it'll be halfway fresh. My goal is now at least one meal a day for me should be out of my garden. And that'll be my contribution to trying to stay healthy and decreasing all the pesticides and herbicides and all that other gross stuff that's out there in my system. So I'm gonna cook some eggplant today. And my eggplant's from the garden, my peppers from the garden, the tomatoes are from the garden, the chives are gonna be from the garden. Only thing that probably won't be are the sides. It, so yeah. Anybody else cooking anything interesting? Everybody just saying hello to everybody. And once again, I appreciate everybody coming to hang out with me. Maybe some beef stew. Not me. I'm not big on beef stew. When you cook beef stew, do you? If I do cook beef stew, I want to use short ribs because I just love how tender short ribs are. Tomato soup. Ooh, is it homemade tomato soup? Hello, Miss Teagsy. How are you? Thanks for jumping on over here, hanging out with us. Once again, we're talking about this old preserved apple that's been hanging out in my house. So that just kind of struck me to do a live talking about preservatives and whatever else we want to talk about. Oh, okay. All right now. All right now. And that's going to be good for y'all weather up there, Miss Kirkland. And 30 degree weather. Oof. You're going to need some beef stew to stay warm. I'm well. Thanks for asking. Good. I'm glad you're good. I got to get my arrow garden started back up. Been busy. Hello, G Mama Grows, the hardest working woman in these YouTube streets. I always hear that about you, Miss G Mama. How are things? We over here talking about everything, cleaning stuff. This gross apple that I found in the lunchbox that's 3 months old. Food, what we're eating today. Short ribs are my favorite. Yes, Lord, give me some beef all day, every day. Yes, I love me some short ribs and a ribeye. Ooh, girl. I try to stay away from as much meat as possible. I try. I don't stay away from meat, but I try to stay away from it. I try to incorporate as many vegetables as I can in my diet. But after looking at this right here, I might as well eat meat because I'm eating a whole bunch of chemicals anyways. Thanks, I'm working these. Well, I guess when I start to expand a little bit more, and if I can get a little bit more time in to do some lives, it'll be my pleasure to ask you to be my moderator. I wish you would be one. And I got to learn how to do all this anyways. Right now, I have Nightbot, and it's just doing what it wants to do because I haven't figured that out. I'm going to have to contact Bayou Sugar to ask her how to get this Nightbot to behave properly. Yes, I know, right? Ooh, some chili. Yes, I know, right? Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had chili in ages. It would be nice. If I do make it, I want it homemade. Unfortunately, the last time I probably had chili was at from Wendy's. Don't shoot me. I'm just reading, trying to keep up with the comics that's going by with everybody. I did a little what's those things called, a live, a mean, a short, because I did some homemade mashed potatoes and some chicken legs with some gravy and some half and half green beans, some from the yard and some out the freezer from the store. Yes, I tried to use ground turkey. My husband have a fit whenever he see the ground turkey in the sink. He does not like ground turkey. I was gonna make my potatoes, some potato turbot yesterday with those leftover mashed potatoes, and I was gonna put potato turbot in them and some sausage, ground sausage. He came here having a fit. He had leftovers because he did. I love ground turkey, and I've tried to hide it every which way for the kids and my husband. Exactly. Your husband still stuck on that boy. He absolutely refused to give up beef. So I put it back in the freezer. He said, "Don't come out here trying to create nothing." He told me, "You tried to hide that mess in tacos the other day." I tried. I tried all my might to hide that ground turkey, and because I love ground turkey and I love turkey burgers. He don't. I gave him a turkey burger. Oh, He was selling out. So I don't know why. He just don't like it. He don't care for. Now he loved turkey, sliced turkey. Ground beef can be used many ways, but I use add some fat from. Ooh, Miss Peach, girl, you be throwing down over there. I see. No, your husband won't eat a turkey burger either. No, nah, that boy. Mm-mm. And I try now. I get it here, and I have the turkey burgers, laid out. I have a bacon turkey burger, or we'll do a Swiss and mushroom. Mm-mm, mm-mm. He ain't doing it. He said, "Will you please? Can you buy hamburgers?" So I tell you, when I was budgeting, and he didn't care what we was budgeting on, but he was very adamant about our food budget, that it was not to be touched or altered. He want what he want, and I try to switch stuff out because I told you I'm not a labor whore. So I had bought some palm olive. First I bought some generic Dawn, but I got an old Dawn bottle, so I pour all this stuff in the Dawn. I'm sorry. I pour it in the Dawn bottle so they think it's all Dawn. So he just funny about that. I have to get ground turkey and beef. Yeah, mix it together. Are you trying not to eat beef? No, not that I'm not trying not to eat beef. I've just shied away from it. I love beef. I love steaks. I love short ribs. I love hamburger. I'm just trying to sort out what's going on with this food stuff. I'm a foodie. I like to eat. If it's good, I'm gonna eat it. If it look good, I'm gonna eat it. It has to be aesthetically pleasing for me to eat it. But no, I just don't buy, and it's expensive. I went to the store and I bought steaks are just it's ridiculous how much steaks cost in the store. Beef is just expensive. I tried to shy away from pork, but I find myself buying more pork because it's cheaper. But my husband, he don't care. I better have hamburgers up in here and him a steak every now and then. But they're expensive. I have to get ground turkey and beef. I eat. I know that's right. I eat too. I just like to grub. We don't eat pork. I see a lot of people don't eat pork. I know sometimes it's for religious reasons or health reasons. But I respect whatever people eat. And, I go to your house and that's what you eat. That's what I eat. You come to my house and you don't eat that, I will definitely try to give you an alternative. Oh yeah, that's what he said. No, oh, and the bed sheets too. I just bought two more sets of bed sheets that you said that Miss Peach. Two more, and I don't like neither one of them. Ooh, G mama. Ooh. Cause of religion and health. Yeah, that I respect that and I honor that. Pork makes my pork makes your feet hurt. I hardly. Um, are they swelling? Because the people, I'm not gonna say, I know I'm gonna mind my words. I'm a nurse also, so I try to watch what I say. Just be mindful of the amount of salt or the salt content that's in your food, Mama G. No pork, no beef, no chicken. Oh, what, Miss Wanda? Just did a change. All right. Oh, wow. I'll back away from a lot of stuff. I'll back away from a lot of stuff. Like I said, I haven't stopped eating meat, but I do include a whole lot of vegetables in my diet. But one thing I can't back away from is a piece of fried chicken. I've tried with all my might not to eat fried chicken. I tickle myself. I'm sorry, y'all. But I have to have chicken. The price of beef is, yes, yes, yeah. The price of beef is just ridiculous. I'm not a big snack eater. Potato chips, but I want to eat. Sharp pains, they don't swell. just hurt bad. Mama G, do you have gout? That don't sound good to me. It makes me wonder if you have gout when you say sharp pains. Is it sharp pains around the ankle part of your foot, like the bony part, or sharp pains in the bottom of your foot? I know, yes, Miss Kirk. I love me some, and I will get out there in that deep fryer, and I will fry. Matter of fact, I might fry some chicken wings today. Yeah, that sounds like gout, G Mama. Potato chips, etc. Yes, girl. Let me tell you, Miss Wanda, me and some plain Lays. I had to hide the last bag from myself the other day, and then I went and pulled them out last last night and ate them. My husband said, "Where you get them potato chips from?" I said, "I hid them from myself, and I had it, and now I've ate them." But I love Lay's potato chips. Yeah, yeah. My husband a mess. Yeah, Mama G, yeah, go to your doctor, please, and let him know that your foot hurting. It don't sound like it has to do with anything that's food related. Gout can be food related. People say it can come from seafoods, red wines, and from beef. But gout hurt, and it can be just debilitating. You don't even want to step down on your foot when gout bothers you. And usually gout is you have pain around the bones or the joints of your foot because of the deposits that's there from the I don't want to say disease from gout, but it hurts. And there's a medicine for it. They can put you on steroids for temporary relief, or they can put you on some allopurinol or some colchicine or something that's going to help you be relieved from those issues. So call your doctor and tell him that your foot hurt and see if he can give you a relief. If it's not in the back of your foot, that's a whole nother problem. But it sounds like you got a little bit of touch of gout. And sometimes it can be controlled with diet, and people will drink like cherry juice to help with that. But I'm no doctor. I'm no nothing like that. That's just from working in a doctor's office. Me and my youngest son. Oh, my baby. He puts it down. He don't play with food. He has an appetite like me. It's insatiable. He eats real good, just like his mama. Grandma, do you take any vitamins? Cricket peach. I don't take. Oh, you don't take nothing, G Mama. Oh wow. We still go to the doctor to see maybe they can check your inflammatory markers to see if you have some inflammation going on in your foot. And Miss Peach got a thing because we all know as African Americans or Black folks, whatever term we're using, we do have a vitamin D issue. Especially you guys up there living in the north when you don't get all that nice vitamin D from the sun, you really have to supplement it in your diet. Mama, do you be eating all them snacks? You better cut it out and go see what's wrong with your foot. Yes, vitamin D and C. Yes, we are deficient in vitamins for whatever reason. I had a vitamin D deficiency for eons, for years. I had no idea why my vitamin D was so low because I'm one of your black folks that live in the sun. I love sunbathing. But during the pandemic, the doctor put my husband on his prescription vitamin D and D3. I was taking it 2 times a day. After the pandemic, I had my blood levels drawn. My vitamin D was normal. It had not been normal in probably 8 years. So I no longer take anything for vitamin D. I'm no longer vitamin D deficiency. And on top of that, I got a bill for it because it was necessary test. I was pissed. So yeah. Um, oh, Yeah, you gotta get out the door. That's the best place to get your vitamin D. That good old sunshine. Hello, Miss Linda. How are you? We just on here gabbing, running our mouth about all kind of stuff. You know, you really stay on my mind about your garden. And when I'm into stuff, I think about you. You keep me on track. You're gonna like this, Miss Linda. You see this apple? This what struck this conversation is that I had this apple in the lunchbox for 3 months. So when you talk about drop a seed and growing your own food, this apple is just proof enough. Why is it so well preserved after months of not being seen and still that's the apple. So that struck this conversation. And I was just advised. I think we all from this. A lot of us are from the gardening community, and even though a lot of us still do snack, and some of us still eat processed foods and packed foods, we still have to be very leery and very careful of our so-called fresh fruits and vegetables that are from the store and not from our backyards. We just got to be careful of what we're putting in our bodies. And as y'all know, Miss Linda do no meat Mondays, and which is always hard for me because we always eating leftovers from Sunday. Oh, you better believe it, Miss Peach. Miss T-Nog, she know what she talking about, and I listen to her. I also listened to her when she told me when she was talking about being overwhelmed with all that mess in your yard. Her and my mama. My mama was forever telling me, Jonetta, stop putting all that stuff out there. You're gonna be so overwhelmed. But I was just so excited that everything was growing. I had no idea that I can grow anything. And then when everything was just flourishing and everything was nice and pretty, but that wasn't the hard part, being so overwhelmed. I was enjoying it. The hard part was the harvesting. And that's what I need to ask a lot of people because I don't can. And what's the other thing people dehydrate? I got a little something in my oven to do something. So I mostly freeze everything. So my greens were coming in an abundance, and I couldn't even give them away. I was bagging them up. I gave some to the neighbor. I was calling my sister to come pick some up. And so I just had so many greens. And so I was just trying to pack them up and get them in the freezer. I was packing up tomatoes, putting them in the freezer. I was packing up, excuse me, peppers and putting them in the freezer. So it wasn't so much that everything was there. The problem issues, what in the world was I going to do with all this food that I was growing? And I'm trying to make sure that I calculate things properly again. I'm kind of scared to learn how to can. I probably shouldn't learn how to can, but I want to learn how to preserve my tomatoes, especially with sauces, because I'll put tomato sauce on anything. Everything out there in that yard, tomato sauce can go on. So I need to figure out. I'm going to have to break down and do some research and learn how to can. But for right now, they're just sitting in the freezer. And I already asked my husband for another freezer. He said it's already two of them out there. He's not putting another one out there. So I said, what am I going to do with all this food? He said, cook was in the freezer. And I'm trying to. So that's why. Hey, sweet thumb. How are you? Thank you for coming out. I have my mom and sister to help me with harvesting and preserving. It can become overwhelmed if you're I think that's what the problem was. But it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It truly is. But my goodness, if when you most of us, I know when we crop greens, we crop green. Because before I even crop my greens, I want to crop them. I want to spray them. I got to pick through them, make sure ain't no worms on them. I got to rinse them off again while they outside. I bring them in the house and give them a salt bath. They're not really nasty, but I don't want to be eating worms either. And so it's just so much. So I got to clean them up. I have to cut them up. Then I got to freeze them. It's just a lot. It takes time to figure out all the wisdom after while you learn what and how much to grow. Still figuring out. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because I said next fall, I'm going to be very strategic with how many collard greens I grow. I'm going to be very strategic with how many mustard greens I grow. Because I think the reason why I end up with so many greens is because I thought they weren't growing. And last March was my first time growing. And so I kept putting things out there and putting things out there, not understanding that June, July, the end of June, July, and August is so doggone hot here, nothing would grow. And so when September rolled around and things started cooling down, I had greens busting loose everywhere and tomatoes because I had them put every stuff everywhere. I missed some stuff. Yeah, me too. Me too, sweet thumb. Start with water canning. It's a lot less intimidating than pressure canning. Get a copy of the ball and orange. Ooh, thank you. I will. I'll do that. They're good for beginners. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Teagsy. Thank you. I'll definitely do that. Cause I have, and I did the same thing again, like I did with all the greens. Have greens everywhere. Now it's tomatoes. I have tomatoes. They from one side to the next side, and they gonna be everywhere. And I seem to got a problem. I can't stop putting them in the ground. So I'm gonna, if I get a bumper crop of tomatoes, I'm gonna have to be able to put them somewhere. And I want to be able to make sauces for my eggplant and sauces for my spaghetti. And I just want to have tomatoes. But my biggest thing with tomatoes, I want a slicing tomato. That's what got me so fascinated with this Paul Robeson and broke out the hot dehydrator. It said my oven can dehydrate. I do have this Instapot that dehydrates, but I really don't want to have all those gadgets all over the house. I don't like certain places. I don't like clutter, and my kitchen is one of them. I don't like stuff all on my cabinets. And but I guess I'm going to have to change that mentality if I have a garden. Paul Robeson is delicious. Ooh, I done killed about four of them, but I got three of them going strong, which is the wrong season. I started them late, but they're going strong. They're about this big, and they got nice little leaves on them. So I'm gonna baby those through the dead of winter, summer here, and hopefully I can keep them healthy and growing throughout the summer. And so, because I know I'm not gonna get any tomatoes this spring, and get a bumper crop in September, October. Looking for a good deal on jars. And I have jars because I like to juice. I have plenty of jars and I can buy more jars. Yes, when I started gardening, I called my mom and I said, because my mama gardened my yard for like 10 years. She's the one that put the mango trees out here. She's the one that put the loquat tree out here. She started all those pineapples that's on the side of my house. She started the lime tree that's over here. My mama had this yard laid out when she lived with me. And I used to fuss, and tell her to stop growing all that stuff. Now here it is, fast forward 13 years later, I got all this mess out here in the yard. And my husband looking at me crazy. I don't forget what I was talking about. So when I called my mama, I said, this is I've become a little bit obsessed with this gardening, and it just tickled her. It tickled her. It tickled her. She loves it. You're growing a super sweet 100s this season, hopefully. Oh, I saw some of those. We have is it Wilson's Nursery? I went to my first nursery around the corner here in Largo, and they had some super sweet 100s, and I didn't get them. They had super sweet 100, and they had that chocolate mint. I never been a fan of the store chocolate mint at all, but I smelled that actual chocolate mint plant, and it was out of this world. But I didn't buy it. I should have bought it. Oh, okay. Use what I have. And I've been trying to do that. And I'm a dumpster diver. I bin everybody garbage in the neighborhood. They should know me by now. I'm either picking up their leaves or if they throwing out sticks. I'm putting my car on the side of the road and putting all their junk in my car and bringing it to the house. I do. I have one of them old school big pots, them big black ones, the double broiler. We put cook crabs in them. Thank you, Miss Peach. Water bath canning. Okay, I got it. I got it. Oh yeah. I put so many sweet potato slips out there in the yard. I'm gonna put some more. Every time I get a root on one of them, I throw it in the ground in the out there in that concrete bed. I want a whole bunch of sweet potatoes. But I love salmon. I never had a salmon burger. I never had a salmon burger before fresh. I gotta try it. I love sweet potatoes. I'm not a sweet potato fry person, but I like a baked sweet potato or a microwave sweet potato with a little bit of no, not stop line, with a whole bunch of butter on it. But I like sweet potatoes and yeah, I just like a big sweet potato. I very seldom put sugar on it. My husband fill his up with brown sugar. I just like a bunch of butter on mine. You can get fancy this weekend. Well, you get fancy then. All right, guys. Well, oh, you see, and I just think Miss T. She said before they talk about people going live. It's a lot of us talk about how you get a little antsy. You really don't want to do it, but before you know it, time has passed. It's been an hour in, and I've been up here just running my mouth like all y'all sitting out here to the table with me. If y'all was sitting to the table with me, we'll be eating some steak and salad because I love feeding people steak and salad when we come to the table. I know, Miss Peach, we're gonna have to connect. My goodness, we do have a lot in common. How did I think I found you, Miss Peach, on a reel. I think it was a reel I ran across you. Yes, time flies before you do know it, Miss Wanda. I'm like tripping. I'm like I didn't know I can carry on a conversation this long. Well, talking to people face to face. I run my mouth all the time. Oh, really? With honey and cinnamon? I'm growing it. I'm growing 250 gallons. Really? Oh, I'm gonna stay tuned. Salmon burgers are good. Salmon. So I tell you what, I just started eating salmon patties. It's a big southern thing. My husband absolutely loves salmon patties. My cousin always cook them for him, and I cooked the salmon patty. I think I started cooking them this year or last year. So that's why when you say salmon, I love salmon, but I've never had a salmon burger, and I just started eating salmon patty. So I'm going to try a salmon burger. I'm growing 250 gallons of them. Ooh, honey, you're going to be busy. Oh, okay. Okay. You're going to be busy, teasing. Fresh and fire. I'm in the garden, but I know that's right. It was raining here this morning, Miss Linda, but the sun is now out. It's nice and pretty, and I'm going to get out here and look around. I went out and looked around this morning and videoed it and put it out there. But I'm going to go out there again because I went out there when I was out there yesterday. I thought I found one hornworm, but when they say when you find one, he got, eight more brothers and sisters. But when I had cut the leaf and I put it down and I went back to look at it, it was two hornworms on the same leaf. So now I got to go back over here and check and see what his brothers and sisters are and get him up out my garden. I love this nice to be. Isn't it though? It is, Miss Peach. I tell people, not I tell people, but I come from the budgeting community. I used to budget so much and I had the whole budgeting thing going on. And then when I went on sabbatical last year, I came into the gardening community. And I love the gardening community. My channel is supposed to be about everything under the sun, and I can't stay out the doggone garden, and I can't stop talking about the garden. Everybody that I talk to, I'm talking about the garden. And usually I don't have much conversation for you unless you want to talk about gardening stuff. So I love this garden. And so I find it's just very refreshing and important to just be able to mingle with like-minded people. And we all want to serve one goal. We want to be healthy. We want to have good food on our plates. We want to know where our food is coming from. And we just want to make sure we ain't dying from stupid stuff. Yeah, that's how sweet potatoes are. That's what's gonna be my summer garden, teasy. Sweet potatoes, cause I learned last year it's too doggone hot to grow anything. Tomatoes went budge, eggplants went budge, nobody went budge. I'm just gonna have sweet potatoes and potatoes out there. And then when August roll around, I'll dig everything up and start my fall garden. Cause if I'm really not doing too much this summer. Eggplant, sweet potato, white potato, and the onions in the garden that's in the ground. If it's not growing, I'm not putting nothing else out there. I'm not getting out there fighting that heat. Oh, honey, I ain't going to no yard at nighttime. I'm not going out there. Not at nighttime. I'm um I'm just now getting comfortable um in the garden because I was scared of everything. So I can't even imagine going outside, looking for something. I'll it I, I'll find them. I'm gonna follow the poop trail. Yeah, no, I'm not fooling out there in that garden. I'm not fooling with this garden at nighttime because Herman out there, he about this big. It's a frog, and then as Miss Lisa say, Mr. No Shoulders out there. He got time for him. I'm not gonna go looking for no worms. I'll look for them through the day. I feel a little bit more comfortable. you know, I'm more, I'm stronger in the daytime than I am at nighttime. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm not fooling. At one point, I was petrified of frogs. I really was. Now I'm tolerant of them. Now I just kind of shoo them away. But before, man, a frog. I remember telling my husband years ago, you ever want to get rid of me, you don't have to ask no questions. You put a frog in that fish tank. I pack my shit and I'm gone. I won't ask no question. That's how scared I was of frogs. I ain't scared of frogs no more. I don't want them on me, but I was like that about frogs. So that's why I don't go out there fool around because I hear them out there croaking and carrying on. Frog is my. I don't blame it. Who is that? The okra lady. Yes, the okra lady. She be out there in that garden picking up frogs, picking up snakes, picking up worms. Baby, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Not no frog. I'm not as scared of them as I used to be. I'm not half as scared of as I used to be. But I don't fool with them. Frog most. I know it. I know it. They are. They are. You right. You right. But I ain't fooling with them still. Hence why I don't keep big things of water. Like I used to save all the rainwater, and I turn my sprinklers on, and I fill up the my garbage cans full of water. That frog came crawling out of there, looking like something straight out of Alien. I like to fell out. I couldn't do it. No, I'm not picking up none of that stuff. I'm I'm like you, Miss London. I'm tolerant of them, and I share a space with them. And I let them know when I'm out here in the daytime, y'all stay out of my way unless you want to go to the upper room. And at nighttime, I give them that space, and they tell me to stay from out there. And I honor what they say. They go to croaking and crowing and flying. I get on from out there. I be in my house where I belong at nighttime. I share my space with them. Y'all want to watch a snake go to the upper room? Y'all go on Miss Cece channel. Miss Cece don't fool with no snake. She let them know real quick and real good. No, y'all not coming up here. But no. And my dog, Nugget, he just, matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, he done been bit by a black snake twice, which I'm glad it's just a black snake. But he'll get a snake and he'll shake the life out of him. I be telling y'all better move before Nugget come, because Nugget is not having it. Nothing trespassing in his yard. So my son's like, Nugget out here with another snake again, and he's bleeding. I said, Lord, Nugget, he catch them snakes, he'll snatch them out of the air and shake the life out of them. So they know, don't come fooling with us in the daytime. Nighttime, that's day space. Yeah, I'm tickled too, y'all. I tickle myself. Oh my goodness, y'all. All right, y'all folks. I am beyond appreciative for y'all folks stopping by here. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. I cooked the cake. I'm keeping water around the frogs. Mm-mm. I like keeping water around the frogs. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. All righty, G Mom, I'm getting ready to go too. But before everybody go, anybody cook? I cooked the cake the other day, and I caught the devil trying to get that cake off that pan. I want to ask some folks, how in the world, them old school pans, how do you get the cake out of the pan? But I think I'm gonna do a video about it and let people answer some questions. Okay. All right, folks. I thank y'all. Miss Peach, Miss Wanda, G Mama, Miss Fresh. Oh, everybody that's here. Miss K, Miss Linda, everybody that came out here and hung out with me. I appreciate it. Sweet Thumb. All y'all folks from the community. It's a blessing to be amongst my peers. And I thank you guys. Thank you for coming into my home. And thank you for inviting me into your home. See you later. As soon as I figure out how to stop it. I don't know where to stop it. Oh, okay. I'm assuming I'm just going to press this X button up here. Thank you, Miss Looking. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Press the X button. All right, Miss Wanda. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Miss Looking. Yeah, you really made my day today. Thank you so very much. Bye, Miss Teagsy. Have a good one. No, you're not, Miss Peach. You got a lot of information. Bye, Miss Linda. Enjoy your yard.